Yeah, 2025. Coming to an end in a few days. It was the year of the snake. Which, according to certain groups of spiritualists, means it is a year of change, shedding old habits and building new ones. I can say the first half of 2025 was mostly fun. Had some interesting things happen. The second half of 2025 was a bit of a dumpster fire. For many reasons, none of which I'm going to sit here and complain about, but yeah, work never really slowed down, even though they kept on promising us it would. Even during the holiday season, it seemed there was more to do than this time last year, but I had some vacation time left, so I took it. I did not have I did not spend too much time with the pipe or the cigars or even the spirits in the second half of 2025. I didn't even shoot that many videos. It was a time for me, in some ways, of being busy, and in other ways, a time of quiet reflection, which I didn't necessarily want to do with the camera on. In the bowl today, LJ Peretti No Name. Compliments of Mark over at Backcountry Pipe. It's a very tobacco-y blend, I would say. It comes closer to a lot of the cigar tobacco. It's not overdone with a bunch of flavors. But there's like a coffee and a tea and a mild rosemary in there. A little bit of character. Not bad at all. Yeah, I thought I would shoot a video sort of before the end of the year. For our holiday season, we had a snowstorm, a meltdown, an ice storm, then another snowstorm out this way, which keeps you in and off the roads or avoiding long travel if you don't need to. Seems some of that may have mended itself by now, but 2025 has me looking forward to 2026 quite excitedly. I am not big on making a resolution. If change needs to be made, roll up your sleeves and make the change. Don't wait till a date or a time or a certain amount of money in the bank. You need to just kind of get at it. The next year for me definitely has big changes on the horizon one way or the other, because I intend on making that happen. The last 3 years have probably been some of the most challenging of my life. About 3 years ago, I found myself having to sell my house for circumstances out of my control and not entirely of my own choice. Then I spent a year pretty much in survival mode, just scrambling to the next thing to get everything together. The following year was the year of rapid advancement. It came with different position at work, a couple of raises throughout the year, the purchasing of the home I live in now. I ended up putting a whole new engine in my car. Like, that year was a year of progress. I acquired my dream guitar. Just a lot of progress happened. And then this one, 2025, was kind of just a year of stagnation, although it did have me getting out playing music live for the first time in a while. That's early in the year, so that's in the first half, which was the good half. And then as we get into the second half of the year, was just a lot of, we'll call it stagnant energy. Not much moving, not much movement in work, not much movement in social life, not much movement with any of the musical projects I work on, and that's obviously my own fault. But it was definitely a period where I decided intentionally to sit back and actually rest, remove all of the vices from my life that were hindering me, and clear my head, which at the time felt really, really difficult to do. And now that it's mostly done, I'm kind of like, that really wasn't that hard. I should have done that years ago. A lot of time we spend our lives distracted, busy, and in many cases inebriated. And what that does is it removes you from the path you need to be on in order to be progressing and developing and forming as a person. When I sat back, pulled the distractions out, and sat alone in quiet contemplation for, we'll say, many hours at a time, lots of things came to the forefront that needed addressing, and with most of them addressed, I can say that all the challenges that led me to be in that spot were definitely just blessings in disguise, because it's where I needed to be to get where I'm going. And in 2026, the only direction is that way, up. So I went from decline to a nice gradual climb up and then plateau. This year also marked me getting back to the gym, working on my fitness, working on my health. So yeah, clearing up my vices, working on my fitness, working on my health. And like I say, the year of the snake is about shedding old habits and preparing for the next you, I suppose, or the next me. And going into 2025, it is the year of the horse. I personally was born in a year of the horse, so I'm thinking good things ahead. That's all I really have for this video. I thought I'd want to put something together, just get it out there before the end of the year, and recharge the batteries before going into the next few projects that already are proving to be fairly exciting. All right. Here's to winning even when you're losing. Remember to keep it a hobby, not a habit, and take her easy.